Ben, I want to talk to you about a couple things today.
Yeah.
I want to first talk about when people hire a home inspector. What's he supposed to do? I mean, what's he doing?
Supposed to inspect your house, right? Or the
Right.
house that you might be buying, or
Yeah. So what should they expect from him?
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
that's a good question because we get calls asking us that too. So agents will advise people to research inspectors and inspection companies, which they should do.
Yep.
So we get calls and people ask that. So what do you do? So I have, of course, a sort of prepackaged description, spiel, if you will, of all the systems in the home that we inspect, the structure and the HVAC and the electrical and the plumbing, and we go through all this. And
Right.
But I point out that we do things like we inspect appliances that are in the home.
Right.
So we do operate appliances. Pretty much anything that's in the home that we can turn on and access and operate, we want to test and operate it.
Great.
But this comes up because there's requirements. Okay, so inspectors are licensed in Nevada. Good.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, we like
good.
We like that.
They aren't everywhere. Here they are, which is good. So the real estate division we operate under, which you agents operate under as well, they set out minimum standards. So there are minimum standards put out by the real estate division for what a home inspection should include.
Okay. All right.
Okay? Now, the problem is if you're just getting the minimum, you're probably not getting what you should have.
Not enough.
No, you're not
Well, the
getting
state's
enough.
not going to make it so strong that you can't do it. Okay, I get it.
Right. So, for example, the standards say that an inspector should inspect a representative number of windows. He should inspect a representative number of outlets.
Oh.
So what's a representative number? What does that even mean?
That's kind of a vague term.
Yeah.
A little bit, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Representative number.
A representative number. So nobody's quite sure what that even means.
Interesting.
But it doesn't mean every one.
Because of course, if you test 43 out of the 44 sockets, guess which one doesn't work?
The one you didn't test.
We all know that.
Right. So what do we do and what do good inspectors do?
Right.
We check all the windows. We test all the windows.
Yeah.
We test all the outlets, unless there's some reason that we can. Sometimes in a house there'll be a
Blocked.
giant piece of furniture in front of a window or something like that. In which case we make note of that, of course. But what we endeavor to do is we want to go in and we want to test every window. We want to test every outlet. We want to access everything in the home that we can access. When it comes to things like fireplaces, under that same minimum standard, inspectors aren't required to do things like light pilot lights.
Huh.
So if the pilot light on the fireplace isn't lit, the inspector can say, sorry, just can't
do it.
do it.
Now, you would light it?
We do.
You do.
We
light
do.
it. Okay.
We do.
All right.
If we presume it to be safe.
What about the hot water heater? This came up recently.
We'll light them.
You light them?
Yeah.
Some inspectors won't. I know.
What's that?
Will you turn them off after?
Yeah, we put things back. We want to put things back to the way they were.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Very good.
Yep. So
I know some inspectors won't do it. They refuse to turn on a pilot. We just had that happen with one of our clients. Basically, the inspector said, "Nope, it's not lit. I can't test it."
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to be reasonable, of course. I mean, if there's some safety issue, if it's off for a safety reason or a defect or something.
I hope an inspector knows how to turn on a pilot, though.
Right.
Or if you smell gas, you don't want to light that. Or,
You probably
Right.
shouldn't. Or,
Right.
Yeah, but they expect homeowners. Homeowners can do things like light water heaters and things
Sure.
like that. So inspectors are capable of doing these things. So
Good to hear.
So we want to do all of those things. So but those are questions because if you don't really understand and maybe ask the right questions when you're interviewing inspectors, you may not be getting what you think you should be getting.
Some of my favorite things that you guys do that not all inspectors do is you do that infrared.
Yeah, we
look inside the walls to see if there's any moisture going on, or actually you're measuring temperature, but to see if there's moisture going on there.
Yeah, it'll show up moisture. Yeah, we've talked about that before, and that is important because you have to have that. So
I think it's critical.
And I really can't believe that inspectors aren't using it just for their own benefit at this point, that everyone's not using it, and most are, a lot are, but there's still some. There's still some out there that aren't. So no, you have to have that because every day, almost every couple days, you'll walk into a house and you'll find something with the infrared. The infrared will show you something that you didn't think was there.
Yeah. I think it's a great thing to do. And you know what? If you discover something that the seller probably was ultimately unaware of, it's for the seller's benefit too. because it needs to get fixed. If there's a slow leak of a pipe inside a wall, oh my goodness, let's know about
That
that.
happened yesterday. I had one yesterday.
Did you really?
Yes.
Okay.
A slab leak behind a bathroom wall.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually in the slab.
Well, it was behind the wall, but as near as we could figure out, it was where all the plumbing comes up out of the slab. So
it's
probably located right where those
Probably probably a little elbow down there to
Yeah.
just can go ahead sealed properly.
like right at the slab. So,
Yeah. That's
so you'll
that's
find
an
those
expensive
things, yeah.
fix, unfortunately. You got to chop up the slab a little bit.
Yeah. So those are things that you'll find, and
Yeah, well, I'm glad. I mean, I think it's important for people to understand and know what it is they should expect. Okay, so what about the idea of sellers getting a home inspection? What do you think about that idea?
oh, we've talked about that before too,
Yep,
haven't
we sure have.
But I thought about it today because it has changed.
Yeah.
It has changed a lot in the last, let's say, month or two.
Yeah, true.
So I know you talked about the shifts in the marketplace and where it's
There's a lot more inventory out there.
It's becoming a buyer's market maybe for the first time in a while.
It is. It is. Absolutely.
So sellers are going to have to work a little bit harder.
Yeah, and why not preemptively get things done? Things that you know a buyer's going to ask
of
for,
course.
period.
Of course.
I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Of course. So this is what we're seeing. So we're seeing a big influx of requests from sellers for inspections.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, I think if I meet with a seller in particular, and the house is just pristine, it's perfect, I might not suggest to them. But if I see a house that looks like it's got some deferred maintenance and other issues, let's get that inspection done. Let's knock out those concerns before they come up in a buyer's inspection report.
And you will almost 100% of the time, you'll find something that you didn't know about or didn't expect.
Right.
will come up, and then you can, like you said, take care of it. Just head it off.
Yeah.
Head it off before.
It's likely something you're going to have to address no matter what anyway.
Right.
So why not get it done before and impress the buyer? Impress the buyer. Hey, this house is in great shape.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you want to hear.
Or especially if, hey, here's what we found. Here's what we did to fix it.
Yeah.
Now go do your own inspection. And
Exactly.
Tell me.
Yeah, I'd be, and you know what? I think that's a great point, Rick. As a seller, I would provide the buyer with the inspection I did and what I did to correct the items that were found. Boy, wouldn't the buyer be thrilled with that? Now, I wouldn't tell the buyer not to do their own still. I would still want them to do their own. But I think it's a great idea.
Well, the thought in the past has always been you get the house under contract and then you find out what you need to know.
Right. That's true. That's the way we've done things.
That's how sellers have thought about it. But now, with the shift, it may take you a long time to find another buyer if you don't capitalize on the buyer you have in front of you. So